All right, we're ready to begin with Arkansas. Just another reminder that video is not permitted in the interview room. You need to secure that down the hall at the video distribution area. We will ask Coach Anderson for some opening comments about the game. Then we'll take your questions for the student athletes, excuse them back to the locker room, and then we'll finish up with Coach Anderson. So, Coach?
Well, first of all, it wasn't one of those games where they walk it up and pass it around 15 times. I mean, we had a couple of, I think, shot clock violations, but other than that, I thought it was an up-tempo game by two teams were really getting after each other. And I was proud of these guys and the effort defensively. I thought in the first half we did a really good job of getting back in the game and took a lead at halftime. In the second half, I thought we came out with that great intensity. I thought we came out with a focus on defense and doing the little things, the details of rebounding the basketball and getting to their three-point shooters. They had 7 threes in the first half, and we know they're a great three-point shooting team. That's what, and they go. Everything goes through Chiozza, and I thought we did a good job of building the wall there and making it difficult for those guys to take shots, but to get the good shots. But our defense, our bench came in and played really, really well. Barford, this guy is capable of just going off and just going on runs by himself, and that's the beauty of this team here. And I always tell those guys they don't have to go get the game; it'll come to them, and they know when to take advantage of that moment. And Daniel, walking over here, I didn't know he quietly had a double-double as well, and Jalen did as well. So, but I was proud of the bench coming in and giving us some quality minutes. Darius Hall, Lando Cook, guy that's from here. It was good to see him come out and play with great. I'm just proud of all our guys, the effort. Mike has a tremendous team, and they'll be a great representative in the NCAA. They got guys that can shoot the basketball. But again, tremendous effort, and it was much needed in this setting. Survive and advance.
All right, we'll take your questions for either of the student athletes. Raise your hand, and we'll get a floor mic to you. Let's go ahead and start right in the front. Bob?
This is for both players. You know, Jalen, we talked about it last night. Arkansas had lost 8 in a row. Daniel, I don't know if you knew that, but for both guys, just how big was that to break the losing streak to Florida, and how much fun was it?
Jalen?
It was fun. It was fun out there. We was into it, defensively and offensively. It was a great game just to play, and it was. I know the fans was excited. We was excited. Coach was juice. So it was a great environment.
Daniel?
I mean, from what I've been hearing, the excitement from the seniors, I mean, it was a real big win for the guys. But this was a win that we really needed, so we just came out and we handled our business.
Any question on the far right?
Daniel, for both of you, really, with I think 8 out of 10 now you guys have won. What's the confidence level in this team like, and has it grown over the last few weeks, and how far do you think you can go?
Daniel?
Our confidence has got, it's shot through the roof because, we've become a team to where we playing together. It's not, he gets his shots off, then the other guy gets his shots off. It's like, team basketball where we move the ball and we get certain things with, like, our defense and our offense.
Jalen?
Yeah, I think our confidence is great right now as a team. We came together and just I think everybody knows what's at task right now. It's game time, and everybody's just ready to play every night.
Raise your hand. Let's go to the middle aisle.
This is for both of you guys as well. What do you need to do to get ready to play again in like 12, 15 hours?
Jalen?
Just stay off our legs and go eat and go to sleep. That's about it.
You know, he said eat first.
We gotta eat. I'm hungry right now. I was hungry. In the last 3 minutes, I was starving, actually.
Daniel?
Well, the main thing with me is getting some sleep because, I'm real tired right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, back to the front on the left here. Go ahead.
Hey, Florida, I think it was Stone hit a 3, tied at 46, and then you guys went on a 20-4 run. Jalen, you had a lot of points, and Daniel, you did some good things there too. What was the key to that run?
Question was for
both.
Okay, Jalen?
Both guys. Sorry.
Just the defensive standpoint, it was just locking in because we wanted that game bad, and we want to win bad, so we want to make it to Sunday as well. They just had to lock in on defense and stop that three-point shooting.
Daniel?
We just had a defensive mindset. We had to keep them from, shooting all the threes. That's how they did for the first time we played them. We just, maintained them from the three-point line, and all we had to do was out-rebound them because I say every game we out-rebound a team, we win the game, and that's what we did.
Question on the far right?
That was a couple of months ago. What do you guys remember about the Tennessee game?
in Fayetteville.
Jalen?
Oh, the Tennessee game was crazy. The last play I remember was when Daniel dunked the ball and the crowd was juiced. It was crazy. But what was crazy
Yeah,
that
I
day?
had a headache after that, but okay.
Daniel?
The atmosphere when we played Tennessee, that was our first SEC conference game. I mean, it was a sold-out crowd. It was an early game, and everybody was there. And it's like I go in the gym, seeing that many people, my eye was just like wide open. And so I come out. I was a little, nervous at the first point, but I came out the second half, and I did what I had to do. So I'm pretty much more comfortable playing this team.
All right, last question right here in the front.
This is for Daniel. Mike said you had a pretty quiet double-double. I thought it was pretty loud myself, especially that windmill dunk at the end with like 30. How'd you feel about putting an exclamation point on the win and just describe that play?
From the mouth of Orlando Cook, that was the icing on the cake, from what he said, from his perspective. So, but I mean, when Todd caught the ball, in my mind, I was just ready to go, pretty much throw it down. So I went on ahead and windmilled it to put some flash on it. So.
All right, we'll excuse the student athletes back to the locker room.
Let's meet the Barford and the rest, okay?
All right, we'll continue on with Coach Anderson. Let's start on the far right over there.
Mike, do you feel like coming into this thing as a 6th seed that there's something for this team, that they feel like there's something to prove, that they maybe are better than what their seed shows?
Well, I don't even necessarily think about the seeds. I think if you look at the conference race, I mean, it was tick for tack for the most part, and we started off really slow. So I think we're slowly picking up steam. We're getting better. Our teams normally get better at this time of the year, and we're seeing some of the performance of guys. Daniel was a freshman. Just think about his first conference game against Tennessee to where he is right now. I mean, he's really evolved as a player. I think our seniors now are starting to step up and take that lead now. I thought Anton Beard was in charge of these last few ball games, and I think guys are following his lead, as well as Jalen Barford and Daryl Macon. Daryl didn't get off to a great start, but I thought he had a great finish in the second half. But this team is believing in each other, and I think Daniel said it best, defensively and offensively. Guys are understanding their roles. And so I still think we got some really good basketball in us, and especially when we come out with that kind of intensity. And I thought we did from the jump.
I think, was there another hand over there? Okay, a little further back. Go ahead.
Last night, I lose the rebounding category by double digits. Tonight, I believe it's plus 15. Was there a different mindset? I know you said that was going to be a point of emphasis, or is it just a kind of a matchup of what Florida does?
No, I think obviously with Florida, I think we had a size advantage that we could use, but they're an athletic team. I mean, we played them last time. I don't know if we out rebounded, but it was we got bombarded at their place, and so it was just the next game. And obviously, you got to get better in areas. What are areas we got to get better at? Rebound the basketball, getting multiple stops. A great three-point shooting team, we got to chase them off the line. And then also I want to see us really get up and down the floor. And I thought we really got some transition baskets. We got a lot of guys involved. I thought the ball moved with a purpose. And like I said, this team here just keep evolving, getting better.
Question down front. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mike, I mean, you guys hadn't beaten them since, I guess, 2013 when you beat number 2 Florida at your place. How big was it to break the losing streak? And if you could talk about what you thought keyed that 20-4 run that really, put the game in your all's favor.
Well, the way we played and the way Florida plays, a game of runs. I mean, we had a lead in the first half, and they ran right back at us, and as you alluded, they tied it up. And I thought, our guys were dialed in, and then all of a sudden now the defense triggers the offense, and before you know it, our guys come down and get multiple stops, and we start really attacking them. I thought we settled early on, but we started attacking the basket, and then started knocking down some shots. In terms of, it's the next game on the schedule. That's all I look at, Bob. I mean, it's Florida versus Arkansas. What is taking place last year or this year, early this year? I mean, they played well. They had our numbers. So, but in terms of this next game to get us to one of the goals that we talk about, winning a conference championship, we're the next game up.
All right, we're going to take a couple more questions. There's one in the middle back here, and then we'll come get you over on the middle aisle.
Yesterday, you mentioned needing to contain Kayvon Allen. What was working for you guys defensively that led to containing him and the rest of their top scorers?
Well, we wanted to limit some guys. You know, Chiozo obviously is a tremendous talent, but we made him work for everything. I thought that was the difference. Jalen Hudson, he lit us up last time we played, and of course, Kayvon, I think, had 28. So our guys did a good job of paying special attention to those guys. And now, you know, Hayes has got to score. We saw Stone come in, and he played really, really well for them. I think, you know, you're going to give up something to somebody, but you don't want those big guys to really go off the big scores. And I thought from that standpoint we did a good job of really whatever defense we were in, man, matchup defense, switching out there, being with those guys. And so therefore they're not, you know, having target practice out there, because that's how they shoot the basketball.
Okay, last question right there in the middle.
Yeah, Coach, how do you prepare your team on such a short turnaround tomorrow, both fatigue-wise and then also scouting?
Well, it's going to be a quick turnaround. You know, Tennessee early in the year, it was an unbelievable game that we played against them. I mean, it was like a possession game that you win it and win in overtime, and they've gotten better. I think we've gotten better, so it should be a great matchup. The Williams kid, player of the year in our league. Schofield, I think the guy that's really is playing really, really well. And their guard play is really, really outstanding. So, and Rick, you know, congratulations to him, coach of the year. I thought he's done a masterful job of going in there and really creating a culture of we guys. You know, I always talk about we hogs. He got a bunch of we guys, and I think when you put those guys together and they play offensively, they play defensively, they do the right things on and off the floor, the results you can start winning, because you're developing kids, you're developing players, you're developing people. And so Tennessee's a real good, but the quick turnaround, obviously it's going to be something that concerns me, because we had some guys that, you know, played an extended amount of minutes tonight. So that's where our bench is really going to have to come in and play for us tomorrow. And hopefully we can continue to play good basketball. I was really impressed with our defense tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.